Guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to share with you some of my favorite makeup brushes, ones that I use every time I do my makeup. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the face brushes. So the first one I want to talk about is the Real Techniques. This is actually a blush brush, but I like to use this to powder my whole face. I'll just dip it in some powder, and it's big enough that I can get my entire face. After I'm done baking under my eyes, I will go in with this brush and just wipe it away. Sometimes I will clean up my contour with this as well. So it's a really good brush, and I love this line, and you can pick it up at the drugstore. Then I have two contour brushes I like to use. The first one is this little Japanesque brush. I picked this up at Ulta. It's really nice to get in and get a nice contour line. I have really been enjoying this. It's really easy to use. It's really fluffy and it blends out really nicely. And recently I've been enjoying this Morphe M405 brush. It is a contour blush brush. I don't do like a harsh contour line, but it's really nice to just blend it out and on your temples. It's just a really nice brush. It's really fluffy and it's inexpensive. I did just buy this off of the Morphe website. I really enjoy their brushes. And then for my blush brush, I like using the Real Techniques Multitask brush. It's just an oval shaped, it's fluffy again, and it's just really nice to blend out your blush with. Then for my highlighting brush, I have used this forever. I've never found another one. It just works for me. It's just the e.l.f. Professional Blush Brush, but I don't use it for blush, obviously. I use it for my highlighter. It has an angle to it. It's fluffy, and it's just really nice to get in with your highlighter. I'll go down my nose, on my upper lip. It's just really easy to use, and I believe it's only $1 from the drugstore. Then moving on to my eye brushes. The first one is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush, and I'll use this for lighter shades. I'll go in with like a light brown shade and just to start to carve out my crease. It's really easy to use. It's the perfect size. It's just a fluffy blending brush. And like I said, I go in first with this one, and then I'll pick up a darker shade and start going in with the Morphe E13. It's basically the same brush. This one's a little more rounded at the top, but they're both fluffy, and this one, I just like using a separate brush for a darker shade. So this is what I use, and it works phenomenal to blend all of the shades together and to get that outer V blended. So definitely one of my favorites. And then a brush I like to use to pack on my lid shades is this Sigma Large Shader, the E60. It's just a flat shader brush. I like to spray a little bit of setting spray on here. I'll dip it into usually like a shimmer shade, and then I will just go ahead and pack it onto my lid. It's very easy to use. It packs pigment really great, and yeah, I have no bad things to say about this brush. I really enjoy the Sigma brushes as well as the Morphe brushes. And then for just packing on color on my lower lash line, I like to use the Sigma Flat Definer E15. It's just a really short brush. It's just flat across. It has some give, but it is kind of stiff. You just dip it in the color you want and then press it up against the lash line, and it's really easy to use, and it does transfer color really well too. Then to blend color onto my lower lash line, I really like the Urban Decay 24/7 blending brush. I believe this came in a set, an eyeshadow set that I bought off of Look, so I'm not really sure if you can buy this separately on their website. I'm not really sure, but it's basically just a pencil brush. So if you can't find this one, you could just find one from either Sigma or Morphe. I really like their brushes, so they have some good ones too, I'm sure. I haven't used them, but the other brushes that I have used I enjoy, so I'm sure their pencil brushes are just as good. But yeah, this one, it's really stiff, just like a pencil brush is. I dip it in the color and then I just blend underneath my lower lash line. The last brush that I use is the Morphe E13. It's an oval shadow fluff. What I like to do with this is when I'm done with my brows, I'll dip it in like a light creamy white shade, and I will just pack it underneath my eyebrow, or I'll use like a highlighter shade, and it's just really easy to get it in where you need on your brow bone. I have used it to blend out shadow. It works good for that. I've used it to pack on color onto my lid. It works good that way too, but for the most part I just like to use it on my brow bone. Right, so hopefully you enjoyed seeing what my favorite brushes were, and I literally use them every time I put my makeup on. They're my ride or die brushes. I don't know if I'm ever going to change them. I just really enjoy them. They work for me. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed, and say hello to my kitty cat. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye guys.
She said she loves my songs, she put my MP3, and so I put her number in my bold BB. I got a black BM, she got a white TT. She wanna see what's hiding in my CK breeze.